Good evening everybody, my name's Darksmoka. I'd like to welcome you to the NXT GEN Racing versus MRC GR3 Pro League. This is a team versus team battle. You are going to be watching round 2 tonight. We had round 1 at Bathurst last week. Potter McPot taking the win there in the in the pro category. And tonight we're at Monza. 2 races here tonight. The first race is a 10-lap race. It will be full fuel, and there should be no pit stops, shouldn't be any need for pit stops. And then there should be a second race of 18 laps. I believe it's 18 laps, and that will be starting with half a tank of fuel, and there will be pit stops in that race. So yes, 18 laps. They will start with half a tank, and we can use any type of tyre between racing softs and racing hards, but there must be a change of compound. So within tonight's lobby, we can see there on the right, I don't know if everyone's in yet. We've got Potter McPot, APA3, I'm Darksmoka at the top obviously, but I shan't be racing. APA3, Potter McPot, Tibby, GT Bocker DS4, he's a new racer for tonight, he wasn't in last week's. Hyperio 08, also a new driver this week. These two lads have obviously put in times good enough to be placed into the pro category rather than the pro-am. So we've got Lowy 78, Puzzle 288, L-Game, NGR Janbu, NGR E30, and I think that's everyone read out. There's been a bit of shifting about. So last week's standings from this league were Potter McPot, he came in first, then L-Game in second, Puzzle 288 in third, NGR Jambu in fourth. It's now NGR Crashman, I believe. Yeah, he's not in the lobby yet. So it was Crashman 31 last week. He's changed his PSN name to NGR Crashman. I do have to apologise to him. I thought he was an MRC driver last week. The information I was given was incorrect, so he is an NGR driver. And then we had Street Boy 02, NGR E30, Timmy 1987, Lowy 78, and MRC Dangly Balls in last place. And that was last week's standings. So Potter McPot now just changing the lobby settings, prepping for this quali. 15 minutes of quali, and then we're into the first 10-lap race. Pop in and say hello guys, cheer on your favourite drivers, give us a shout, tell us which teams you're supporting. So we'll just jump into this lobby in 2 seconds. So, let me just set some things up here. That's what I didn't change last week. I put my camera on standard, not variable, so I couldn't change cameras. they'll go through. He's obviously on a hot lap. Flick through to a couple of other drivers. Start at the front, shall we? Let's have a look at Purcell. Let's get in the first chicane correct. Very difficult. Very easy to spin out of that. We'll start running through lap times as and when they pop up. A bit of a slide into there from Purcell and on the way out, but he's managed to hold it. Purcell in the BMW there, the GR3 class. It's all GR3 cars tonight, all rear wheel drive. Let's have a look back at Timmy now. As I say, this is only qualifying in a minute. So the chat is live, people. If you need to say anything, give us a shout. I have got the standings from the Pro-Am leagues here as well. There's only a few drivers turned up for that. Hopefully there'll be more this week. That's running in a separate lobby tonight. The standings from last week in the Pro-Am league were Diablo in first, Pay 8156 in second, Viala UK in third, NGR Cutler in fourth, Buddy 87 DD in fifth, and ADG 123 in sixth. As I say, hopefully there'll be a few more drivers in that lobby tonight. Make it a bit more competitive for the guys. Okay, let's have another flick through the order now. So we're starting to see some lap times going up. We'll have a quick flick through the pack and then go and have a look at some times. Let's go and have a look now, shall we? So Potter McPot, he's got the fastest lap at the minute with a 148.398. Period there. Good job on delivery there, mate. He's running a 148.554. NGR Jumbo a 148.8. Lowy's a 149 dead. Purcell 149.6. Timmy a 149.4. APA 150.7. GT Bock and DS4 is 153.7 also. L Game 157.7. NGR Crashman's not put a... Oh, sorry, NGR League 30's not put a time up yet. Neither is Crashman, neither is Dangly Balls. Let's go on board with Mr. Dangly. Like I say, very tight chicane that one. So it is full tuning on these cars. Tyre wear is on. Tyre wear is times 4, and fuel consumption is at times 3 tonight. The penalty system is on. There's no ghosting for back markers, and the slipstream setting is set to real. As As I say, this is the second round of season 14 of the team versus team series set up by NGR Racing. Tonight's race is also sponsored by DAE Engineering. That's David Appleby Engineering. He's been kind enough to offer 2 tickets to the British GT race brands with garage access. So thank you to him for that. Angly balls using as much road as possible. Around the parabolica. To the start finish straight, you can see Potter and Pot in front. He's now rolling a 147.6 as his fastest lap. Dangly balls now in the slipstream. Might help him out for his lap time. Oh, I think he was a little bit too close to Potter then. Too much slipstream. Potter's pulling donuts. Pop through to Crashman. Has he managed to put a time in yet? 1:49.1. And NGR 30 was the other one without a time, so he was 1:49.1. We'll try and keep it on these views, people, so you can keep your eye on revs, tyre wear, fuel, etc. As I say, first race there shouldn't be a lot of there won't be any pits or anything. Due to it only being a 10-lap race, so there shouldn't be any need for fuel or tyres in the first race. Flick through to the front now, back to Potter McPot. He's now following Dangly balls after the incident on the chicane. Emblem of DEA Engineering on the back of Potter McPot's car there. Again, big thank you to him for the sponsor. Good evening, people. Leave us a comment. Let's see what Hyperio's up to. Still his fastest lap is a 1:47.8. Now he's in the pits at the minute, possibly trying out a different set of tyres. Flick through to Lowy, see what he's popped on. They've still got racing softs. I would expect everyone to be on the racing softs for this race. As I say, second race, it is 2 compounds to be used within the pit strategy. Lowy putting the power down a bit too early there. As I say, these rear wheel drives are a bit feisty. Rolling with a 1:48.3 its fastest lap. He's nipping into the pits. He's coming in for fresh rubber. So if you notice, the guys probably won't refuel here. Fuel's down, therefore the car's lighter. Make it quicker, you would hope. possibly give him better lap times. So we'll stick with Jambu now and see if he puts in a decent time. Obviously this is a pit out. So this won't be the lap. There are only 2.5 minutes left of qualifying, so Jambu better put his foot down. He's going to try and climb up the order a bit. He's in 4th at the minute, that's not too bad. Standings on screen is the standings for time, so that is the order as it sits at the minute for the grid of the first race. As I say, there are a couple of new drivers in the lobby tonight, a couple of new names as well. PlayStation decided they'd allow people to change their names. Thanks PlayStation. So NGR Cashman, he was Cashman 31 last week. We've got Hyperio 08, he's a new driver this week. And we also have DS4 Boca, another new driver this week, unable to make it last week. So this will be the lap from Lowy if he puts one in. I know we've stuck with him for a while, but see if we can do anything with this new set of boots he's put on. See if we can claim that place back off Lowy. Not everyone's in the lobby either. Purple sectors, it's good for him. He's only 300s behind Lowy at the minute. So as I say, standings from last week were from Bathurst. Potter and Pop came home first, so he's on 46 points. L Game in second was, he's on 36. Persl 288 is on 30 points. NGR Jambu is on 25 points. NGR Cashman is on 24 points. Street Boy 02 is on 22 points. NGR E30 is on sorry, did I get that wrong? Street Boy 02 is on 22 points, sorry. NGR E30 is on 20 points. Timmy 1987 is on 18 points. Lowy 78 is on 16 points. And MRC Dangly Balls is on 14. So, time for race 1. So 10 laps, no pit stops. We'll pick a car from the back of the grid, so we can try and keep around the carnage coming into the it's chaos. It's chaos on the first corner. Pot's managed to get through. Hyperio's managed to get through. Cashman and NGR. DS4 Backers had a nightmare, along with Persl and L Game. I do apologise. The pad is not letting me change view again. Only seems to happen during the race. Chicane there. Lowy and Timmy must have had a terrible time of it in the chicane. Pot now's got half a second lead. Hyperio and NGR Cashman close behind him. Watch them all come through. Head back up to the front. Apologies. Cashman now gaining on Potter. Quickly as well. Can he get it before Parabolica? Oh, he's backed out of it. He's backed out of it. But he might get him down the start-finish straight with the slipstream. But he has got Hyperio very close to him. See him all coming down the start-finish straight now. NGR Jambu, Lowy just coming around Parabolica onto the start-finish straight. Timmy's a good 8 seconds back. Timmy's got some work to do now. And Cashman's got past Potter now. So the Corvette doing a fantastic job. Potter with Pot now. Closing the gap a little. But Cashman's driving well. He's got Hyperio all over the back of Potter and Pot as well. Timmy bringing up the rear. Timmy has claimed back a bit of time. He's still going to have to put his foot down if he's going to stay in this race. Pot now trying to claw in Cashman. He's keeping that gap pretty consistent. He might get it before the Parabolica though up here. He's going to do it. He's got it. Has he? Cashman's gone a little bit wide. Potter's going to have the position, but Cashman will have the slipstream. Hyperio's out of the slipstream now. Let's have a look at the other guys. DS4 Boca is closing in on Hyperio. He did have it down to 1.7 seconds a minute ago. They will come through the chicane. So now 8.5 seconds back. Potter and Cashman still fighting hard. Cashman's gone onto the gravel a little bit, giving Potter a bit of a glint into the Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2. Cashman's gone wide again, Potter's taking him. That'll give Hyperio a chance as well. Yes, for Boca. GR30 is now 3 seconds back from closing the gap. L Game who came in second last week in 6th at the minute. And GR30 trying to clear a penalty there. Being naughty on the racing line, my friend. Especially into one of the chicanes. You only had to unghost then, that would have caused chaos. Yeah, L Game and Timmy had a real good race last week. Putting each other under pressure pretty much the whole race. Looks like L Game's going to take the place down here using that slipstream. Thankfully Bull's managed to move himself up into 7th now. He's gained himself a 1.4 second penalty. switch on in the Nissan. And now he's got Jambu all over him. All over him. Can Jambu do it before the chicane? He's pulled out. He's gone for the move. Can he make it stick? No, he's backed out. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Nothing too dramatic. But NDR Jambu has taken the place from APA 3. So NBR Jambu now looking to catch up with Dangly Ball. Gap is increasing slightly. So we've got a 0.8 second penalty. That shouldn't be too hard to clear, but we do try and ask these guys to clear penalties off the racing line, not through chicanes or corners, etc. I think I've missed a change for the lead again as Potter's got up to the front. Oh, that was after Cashman went on the grass, went to GT Boca now into second. So Hyperio must have had a bit of a moment to allow GT Boca through. Both very fast drivers. Both in the both were in the Fusion League with the MRC. I think Hyperio abstained from this year's season. So now Cashman on the back of GT Boca, running under some pressure under the Curva Grande. Can I get it done before the Ascari? No, although Boca's got it twisty on the way out. That might give Cashman the run. Oh, he's backed out. Difficult corners, the Lesmos. Flick back to some action here. Hyperio's had another moment. He's down into 5th now. L Games now up into 4th. Langley Ball's just overtaken NGR 30. Now looking to close in on Hyperio. He's cleared his penalty as well, so now we can push properly. Although he's got it a bit wide there, that might give him another penalty, I don't know. So Hyperio was sitting in second at the start of this race. Dropped to 5th. L Games managed to take him. Cashman's managed to get back up into 3rd. He's had a few moments off the track. GT Boca was down in 6th, managed to claw his way up into 2nd place. But Potter and Pot now with nearly a 5-second lead out in front. First chicane. Purzel now. Purzel's had a bit of a nightmare as well. He did pretty well in this. Timmy coming through there like a maniac. Obviously pushing it to the absolute limit to try and catch up. He is losing time to Purzel at the moment. Flick back through to the front. Bottom of Pot with a 5-second lead. Back to GT Boca. Elgame. Hyperio in 4th. MRC Dangly Ball in 5th. Jambu in 6th. APA 3 in 7th. NGR in 30 in 8th. Lowy in 9th. NGR Cashman in 10th. Purzel in 11th. Timmy bringing up the rear in 12th. Potter and Pot now 5.5 seconds. Just hauling away with it, absolutely running away with this. Lap 6 of 10. Into half a tank of fuel. And a little bit of tyre wear, but like I say, there are no pit stops during this race. L game now trying to claw back. GT Boca. Hyperion and L game side by side. Who's going to win out in that race? Watch as they come up to the first chicane. Della Rocchia. They've all got it. He holds it together. Yeah, so Dangly Ball now drops into 4th. Hyperion seems to have the run though. Can he get him around Curva Grande? He's going to have to properly push it. I think he's going to get it done. Oh, he's gone for the cutback. They are side by side again. Hyperion just winning out in that one. Missed Dangly Balls. MRC Dangly Balls just having to drop back. Seems to be where the action is, people, so we'll stick with this for a bit. Again, apologies. It doesn't seem to let me want to change cameras during the race. It's fine during quali. Side by side again now. Bit of argy-bargy. Hyperion's managed to keep the place. So Hyperion, one of the new drivers this week. He has raced for MRC before. I believe he's part of the Swedish team as well. I couldn't tell you which one, but I believe he's part of Team Sweden. Races for those as well. Flip back up to the front. So L game still chasing GT Boca. GT Boca's also new this week. L game now. Only half a second gap in between the pair of them. There's less now. Can he push him up to Iscari chicane? Has kept it. NGR Cashman now has had an absolute mare. He's now back into 10th place. He was running 2nd, right behind Potter McPott. He had 1st place at one point. He took the lead, so he must have had a bit of a moment. He does keep going wide on the Lesmos though. He can't be helping his drive. Persil now closing the gap. So Chris Turner's popped up on the chat. Go on, L game. Hello, Chris, mate. Timmy's now 5 seconds back. Okay, let's flick through to GT Boca and L game. That seemed to be where one of the closest battles were. Oh, and L game's taking him. Just missed it. The L game's taking him. Boca was doing a good job. He was holding him off. Boca was, L game was looking dangerous. Little nudge there from GT Boca. MRC Dangly Balls giving it his best now, trying to close the gap. And he is closing the gap. It's down to under 2 seconds now. The Lamborghini is not liking its tyres very much. That game's doing a lot better on tyres there. Boca is front left is pretty damaged, and again with dangly ball doing pretty well on the old tyres. Most of them seem to be doing alright. That Lamborghini seems to be suffering the most, and the Corvette, BMWs and the Mercedes seem to be coping quite well with the tyres. Up to the front now, Potter McPot with an 8.2 second lead. Elgay managed to claw a 1.5 out from DS Boca. Who's got MRC dangly balls chasing him pretty hard now and gone for the manoeuvre. While GT Boca clears his penalty on the way up to the first chicane. MRC dangly balls now takes the place. He's now up into third. Can you do anything about Elgame? I don't think anyone stands a chance against Potter McPot this race. He's a little bit too far down the line. Coming up to the last lap. So I'll flick through to Potter. His fastest lap there is 1:47.4. I think his fastest lap during quali was a bit quicker than that. Chewy D, hello mate, yeah, only 12 spaces. And maybe Potter didn't want to lose, yeah, maybe. But well done. Big up the lads, big up the MRC lads. So Potter McPot now coming down to the line as he's finished. Flick through to everyone coming down, crossing the line. Going now 8.5 seconds back with MRC dangly ball 3 seconds behind him. And there we have it, people. End of race 1. McPot taking the win. It's going to help his chances of taking this league. 2 wins in 2 weeks. So it's now race 2, same track, 18 laps. There will be pit stops and there will be tyre changes and fuel consumption. So I wasn't able to snap a photo of the stand-ins when it finished, so I won't be able to update points until I kind of know where people were sitting from that race. Yes, the first turn was a bit chaotic. If you go back and watch it, there was cars all over the place. I couldn't even keep up. Congratulations to Potter McPot for taking the win. Elgame in second. MRC dangly balls in third. So we're just waiting for Potter McPot, I think, to change the room settings. I do believe it's going to be a different time of day. So again, another shout to David Appleby Engineering. They've sponsored this series this year. Sorry, this season. Get my words out. David Appleby Engineering have offered 2 tickets to the British GT race at Brands with garage access. So thank you to them. This is a 12-week series. So this is round 2 at Monza. There's 2 races tonight. Next week it will be Red Bull for an endurance. Sorry, the Red Bull Ring. They're about 50-minute enduro around there. Round 4 is Brand Hatch with 2 sprint races again. Same format as tonight. And then we're on to Suzuka for another sprint session. On to Fuji for an enduro. Lake Majori for a sprint race again, Dragon Trade Gardens for a sprint, into BB Field, Infield A for a sprint. Round 10 is the Nürburgring 24-hour, that's an endurance. And then we've got Catalunya round 11, which is a sprint race. Hello, Just Wilkie. And round 12 is Circuit de la Sarthe, or de Sarthe, and that's another endurance. So the endurance races are set with maximum fuel and any tyres between racing hards and racing softs, and the sprint races, that's the same as tonight. They are a 10-lap race and an 18-lap race. First race is no pit stops, and you can use any tyres between racing softs and racing hards. In the 18-lap race, which is coming up now, it's half a tank they start with, and they must use 2 different compounds of tyres during the pits. So we're just waiting for everyone to join the room and then get on track, and then the race will start. Hyperio obviously not happy with the last race, trying to get his eye in for the second. Already managed to gain himself 3.5 seconds penalty though. It's not going to help his chances. See, it's allowing me to change the camera now, but I guarantee you during the race it won't allow me to do it. I don't know what that's about. Camera's set right. Yep. Hyperio has left the room for some reason. So it's just GT Boca out on track at the minute. Hyperio 08 is back out on track. Just waiting for everyone to rejoin the room and then we can restart the race. You could be right, Chewy D. Bang one's car around. Was it bang one's? Yeah, bang one's car around. That could be right. If you viewed the first corner of the last race, it was a little bit chaotic. MRC dangly balls now. It's a nice number plate you've got there, Mr. Dangly Balls. You did mention this to me in the chat a couple of weeks ago. I didn't believe him. Proved me wrong. Flick through the pack. As I say, just waiting for everyone to rejoin the room, and we'll start race 2. NGR Cashman, he had a bit of a nightmare in race 1. Did manage to get past Potter McPot first couple of laps, but then had a few moments, I think, around the Lesmos. Dropped him back. I think that put him all the way down into 10th at the end of the race. This will be a reverse race, I believe. So it's now 18 laps, reverse grid based on the previous results. Time's been changed, 18 laps and reverse grid settings. Here we go, everyone now joining. So again, it'll let me change camera now, but during the race it won't let me. Oops. Timmy got it a little bit wrong there. You are actually going the wrong way, Timmy. Right. I believe the race is about to start. So everyone's joined the track. So again, there will be pit stops during this race. Two types of tyre compound must be used. Anything between racing softs and racing hards, but 2 compounds have to be used. Penalties awarded if they're not. So here we go, final starts in 8 seconds. See if I can change up the camera angles for you people. That'll be a no. So Potter McPot at the back. Like I say, reverse grid from last race. So as you can see, people, it won't let me change camera. So Timmy now, Cashman's just taking the inside run. Bit of chaos on the first corner. Cashman's managed to just take the lead. Timmy's fighting hard, got NGR 30 and Purzel fighting. Purzel's just off the grass there, but he's managed to keep the place, I think. Oh, APA's just span off. Oh, sorry, NGR 30's just span off. So he'll be at the back now. A bit of chaos on the Ascari chicane. GT Bocker's off. Cashman's still holding the front. Potter McPot has managed to make up a couple of places. L-Game also. And Hyperio's fighting his way through the crowd as well. A little wide there. APA 3. Now being passed by... side by side with Hyperio and managed to keep the place. And NGR 30 after his moment on the grass is now bringing up the rear, 2.3 back. So we'll flick back through to the front. Cashman still in the lead, half a second. Timmy's chasing him hard. He's got him. He's got him down the start-finish straight. Can he hold the position? Don't go too hot, Timmy. So he's done well there. Kept Cashman behind him. Still a half a second gap. Cashman is closing it though. Lowey's in third, 2.7 back. Potter McPot now up into seventh. GT Bocker right behind him, and L-Game. The APA 3 chasing him down hard. Is he going to get him on the Ascari? No, he thinks better of him. Imperial 8 still battling hard with APA 3. NGR 30. He's managed to catch up to the back of this little pack now. Can he do anything from the back after he got punted off? Timmy 1987 with the fastest lap so far, 154 dead. Flick back to the front. Timmy now got Cashman chasing him, slowly decreasing the gap. He won't get him around the parabolica, but he'll get him down the start-finish straight. Close the gap loads now, side by side. Who's going to win out into the first chicane? Who's got the medal? Oh, it was a good battle. Cashman's had to bail out. Flick through the order. Lowey now 2 and a bit seconds back from Timmy. He's being chased by Purzel, just under a second back. Same, just under a second back to Jambu. 1.7 back now to Dangly Balls. Potter McPot being chased hard by GT Bocker, DS4. He's just had a little moment on the way out of Ascari into the Lesmos. So L-Game now past GT Bocker. He won't be happy with that. So we're expecting probably lap 5 or 6 for pit stops. So GT Bocker and L Game side by side. Who's going to win out into the Scari? It's a tight battle. It's a tight battle. L Game's come out on top. APA 3 is now all over the back of Bocker, with NGR 30 right behind him. This is a right good battle, this is. So L Game and GT Bocker managed to stay up front. L Game's gone a bit wide though. APA 3, L Game's had an absolute nightmare, just dipped a wheel on the grass, I think. So dropped himself all the way to the back. Still a good battle going on though. Perzel managed to move up to 7th. NGR do well to get back up to 9th after his spin on the first lap. He's chasing down APA 3. Might get him now around Curva Grande. GT Bocker chasing him as well. Cashman's managed to take the lead off Timmy. Timmy must have had a moment. 3-second lead now. Kind of in no man's land at the minute. Timmy, 3 seconds either way of him. Game now, he's trying to claw back. 9-second gap. Just spinning off on the start-finish straight. So Timmy's managed to reduce that to 2.9. Pot now up into 5th. He started at the back of the grid, so he's doing well. Still a good battle between Perzel and Lowy. Perzel winning out this time into the first chicane. GT Bocker and Hyperio having a good battle. Hyperio just getting a little bit wide out the first chicane, slowing him down a little bit. NGR 30 being chased by APA 3. Closing the gap. L Game also closing the gap to APA 3. So L Game was 8 seconds back a second ago. So unless these pair have had a bit of a moment, which has allowed L Game to catch up. Flick back to the front. Cashman now extending his lead. 3.1. Timmy's still stuck in no man's land, 3 seconds either side of him. Jambu's now got a 3-second gap back to Dangly Ball. Pot is chasing down Dangly Ball, closing the gap. Can he get it done down the start-finish straight? He'll be in the slipstream, so it's looking good for him. Making his move, he's gone down the inside, he's out-braked Dangly Ball, and he's taken the place, so 4th place for Potter. Good move. Lowy and Bocker still fighting. Oh, I think Bocker's got in front of Lowy. Starting to see people come in the pits. I thought, Bocker's gone for the mediums. His tyres were struggling during the first race for 10 laps. That's what we've not checked, is what tyres people are on. So GT Bocker actually holding the fastest lap at 1:48.6 in the minute as well on the mediums. But then getting it sideways coming out of Lesmo 1. Holding up Lowy a little bit, which backs him up into Hyperio. Now Hyperio might be able to get the run down now into the Scari. I think it might be a little bit too far back. So we'll just flip through to the front and have a check on what tyres everyone's running. So Cashman's on the racing softs, Timmy's on the mediums, Jambu's on the softs, Potter is on the mediums, Purzel is on the softs, Dangling Balls mediums, Bocker's mediums, Lowy is mediums, Hyperio mediums, Lowy mediums, L-Game mediums, NGR 30 is on softs, and APA 3 is on mediums. So I was expected everyone to start on softs, but I was proven wrong. Cashman now pulling out 3.5 second gap. He's on the soft, so he's doing well. Tyre wear not too bad. Obviously a lot more than the guys on the mediums. Oh, Timmy's getting it all wrong. Fortunately for Timmy, I seem to catch all his crashes. So Jambu now up into second. And in the background there, Potter McPot slowly closing in on Timmy. With Purzel not far behind Potter either. Hello Camille, MRC. That's a good shout there, mate. Seem to be doing alright at the moment. Be nice, Chewy D. Be nice. Tim's not always crashing. Right. Look, he's not crashing now. That proves your theory wrong. Poor Timmy. Leave him alone. He's trying his hardest. And he's opening up the gap. Oh no, he's not. Right, so we're in. Timmy, first pit stop. He's on the racing mediums. Let's see if he swaps to a different compound. I will give him time, Chewy D, but he is getting a new set of tyres on, so we'll see. He's going for a big old blob of fuel as well. Away. He's stuck the softs on. So he's made the change. Flick through to the front. Cashman now 4.7 second lead to Jambu. If you're pulling his leg, make sure it's his accelerating leg, Chewy D. Make him go faster. Don't pull his brake leg. Supercams, are you racing Friday night? From Just Wilkie. Potter McPot to third now, getting past Purzel. Start seeing a couple more of these guys heading into the pits. So this is the NGR versus MRC team versus team series set up by NGR. This is season 14 and you are currently watching round 2 at Monza. So this Potter McPot now into the pits. So he's on the racing mediums. We'll see if he comes out with something different. Lowy also in the pits. L Game in the pits. So they're all on mediums. See what they come out of the pits here with. They all come out with mediums. So Potter's out on the softs. L Game, sorry, Lowy on the softs. L Game on the softs. See what NGR 30 comes out of the pits with. He's gone for the mediums. So far everyone's changed tyres to a different compound. That's good. Flick up back to the front now. Have a look at NGR 30. He's managed to get himself, NGR Cashman. He's managed to get himself a 3.7 second penalty. That's not going to help his chances of getting away from NGR Janbu. He's managed to drop it a little bit to 3.3. No doubt he'll drop a little bit more off down here. No. NGR Janbu now got a nearly 7 second gap to Purcell. Dangly Balls now 3 seconds back. He's got GT Blocker chasing him down 1.3 seconds back. 1.4 second penalty though as he enters the pits. So Purcell and Bocker have come in. Purcell on the softs, Bocker on the mediums. So we'll just make sure these boys come out on different tyres. Swapped onto the mediums and Bocker onto the soft, so everyone's done their changes now. I think we're still waiting on Janbu and Cashman to come in, but everyone else I think has, and Dangly Ball, I believe everyone else has been in, maybe Hyperio as well, APA 3. So all the guys have got their own team liveries on. The MRC boys have got their MRC logo on the car. Next Gen Racers have got their own logos on, but all cars have got the DAE logo of David Appleby Engineering, who's been kind enough to sponsor tonight's race. Well, this whole series, in fact. So the winner of the series is going to get himself 2 tickets to the British GT race down at Brands Hatch with garage access. So we'd just like to say thanks to David Appleby Engineering for that. Janbu now in the pits along with Dangly Balls. We'll stick with Cashman. So they've gone in with softs and mediums. Let's see what they come out on. Hyperio, okay. Cashman's dropped that penalty a little bit. Only to 2.8 though. So Janbu's managed to get into the pits and still come out in second. 3.6 seconds back from Timmy. He's only got half a second gap to Potter. He's pushing him hard. So Potter won the first race tonight, and he won last week's race at Bathurst as well. So he's looking good so far. As he goes for the lunge down into Lesmo 1. Doesn't get it done. He's going to leave it. I wouldn't have thought he was going to do Lesmo 2. But he might be able to get him up before Ascari. Again, apologies for not being able to change camera, guys. It seems to not let me. This is all it seems to do. Make the screen go a bit brighter when I tap the button. Allows it during qualifying and allows it during the warm-up. But come to the race, computer says no. Potter's going for it now. It's Parabolica. Goes a little bit wide, giving Timmy the cutback. But Potter's made it stick. Whether Timmy can get him back on the slipstream now. He's close enough, he's gone for the move, side by side. It looks like he's taken the place. So he got taken at Parabolica and he's just claimed the pace back at the first chicane. Good bit of driving there, Timmy. Pot now around Curva Grande. I think he's got him into the first chicane. Sorry, second chicane. Oh no, he's backed off. He's backed off. So Timmy's kept the place there as well. Potter is chasing him down hard though. Looking down the inside for Lesmo 1 again. Timmy just getting a little bit wide. Again, getting a little bit wide. It's just clipping him in the bum. Stick with this for a minute. This seems to be some decent action. Just looking around the outside. It's not going to do it, I don't think. Oh. So Timmy will have the inside for this corner. And then Potter might be able to get it done on the run up to Parabolica. Inside line. And he's got the place again, but now can Timmy do it again on the slipstream all the way down the start-finish straight? Just flick through to the front. NGR and Cashman having a bit of a NGR, Cashman and Jambu having a bit of a tussle. Jambu's made us some time on Cashman. Cashman's still holding his 2.2 second penalty. He needs to clear that. And he's got a fighting chance against Jambu. So he is extending the gap very slowly. Jambu comes back onto him on the chicanes. Very close now. The Next Gen logo down the side of the Corvette there. The DAE logo plastered on the back and on the front. Good lad. Has Jambu got the power to get him coming up the hill? It's pretty close. No, it's backed off. But again, could get the run on him up to Parabolica. Still close. So you should get the slipstream down the start-finish straight. Out, he's gone for the manoeuvre. He's got the inside line for the first chicane. This should be all over by the shouting. So NGR Jambu now up into first. Cashman has cleared a little bit more of his penalty. He's pushing Jambu down the Curva Grande. Managed to keep that place, Jambu. Cashman still trying to clear his penalty a little bit. Pot closing in slowly. Timmy keeping him honest. Only half a second back between Potter and Timmy. Oh, Timmy grabbed it a bit wide. He's managed to keep it on track. He's lost himself half a second though. Oh, he's gone off track again. Yeah, back to GT Boca, being chased down by Dangly Ball. This should be a good battle if all four of these get together. GT Boca now with a penalty, he's got to try and clear that. It's going to be detrimental to him. MRC Dangly Ball all over him now, all over him. He's gone for the manoeuvre around the outside. Can he make it stick? Doesn't get him here, he'll get him on the start-finish straight. Because they let him go. He has got him down the inside at Parabolica. Bit of driving there from MRC Dangly Ball. Pocket's got looking back down the inside though. No, not quite done it, not quite close enough. But that's brought L-Game back into the pack. So if he can keep it clean, just under a second back from these two now. Oh, he's lost a little bit of time through the first chicane. Hyperio sitting with the fastest lap at 1:47.7. Flick back through to the guys at the back, give them a bit of coverage. Lowy now slowly dropping off the back of this lot, off L-Game and MRC Dangly Ball. Persil and Hyperio very close together. Had a bit of a battle most of this race, I think, these pair. Hyperio and Persil, Hyperio had a bit of a moment beginning of the race. Can it get him? I think he's quite close enough. Peeked his nose in. Now he should get a good run up to the Parabolica. Doesn't get him here, they'll get him on the start-finish straight. So Persil taking the defensive line. We'll be side by side down the start-finish straight. Hyperio's just in the lead at the moment. Take this place though if Persil keeps his foot in. No, he's backed out. He's let Hyperio keep it. And he's dropped a lot of time as well. So we'll drop through to APA 3 now. Does sound good. He has got a 9-second gap between him and Persil, and a 6-second gap between him and NGR 30. NGR also had a bit of a moment at the start of the race. Put him right at the back. He's obviously struggled to claw his way back from that. Flew back up to the front now. So Potter's managed to get past Cashman. He's looking at first place. 2 laps left. He's 1.1 second back from Jambu. Closing that gap. Laps left to do it. Can he do it? Just over half a second now. Start finish straight with the slipstream as well. That'll benefit him. Whether it's enough to get him onto the first chicane, I don't know. He's looking for it. Jambu's had to go defensive. Potter a better line in and probably out of the chicane. And now got him up the Curva Grande. Just tucked in behind him. Maybe not quite enough to get around him. Can he get him into the second chicane? No, he's backed off into that one as well. Side by side now. Into the Lesmos. Potter pot light to the inside line on the Lesmos. Pretty good race for Potter. He's come from the back. He's up into second. Jambu's managed to keep the place. But again, Potter will have a run up to the Parabolica. And start finish straight again. Have a little flick through the pack, a bit of action here. NGR Cashman losing loads of time now to GT Bocker and L-Game. Just keep an eye on that at the front. Can Potter and Pop do this? Side by side coming to the first chicane. Who's got the metal? Jambu's kept it again. Potter and Pop with a better run. On the way out, oh, a little bit sideways, a little bit squirrely. So Cashman managed to stay ahead of GT Bocker and L-Game, but L-Game putting Bocker under a lot of pressure around there, losing out a little bit. Dangly Ball now got Hyperio second and a bit back. See if he can close that gap by the end of the race. Flick through to the front again. Jambu's managed to keep the place so far. Potter's not giving up. He's around Lesmo too. It's very close to him now. He's gone for the outside. Jambu on the inside managed to keep in the places for now. But again, can Potter get a run on the way up to Parabolica? Both side by side coming up here. So Parabolica is going to be the place to do it. He's done it. Now can Jambu use the slipstream just before the start-finish straight? Don't think he's close enough. No, Potter takes the win. Jambu in second, very close race, last couple of laps, lads. GT Bocker managed to stay in front of Cashman. Timmy in fifth, L-Game sixth. Oh, L-Game's ran out of fuel. Can he keep the sixth? Yes, he can. Hyperio giving him a nudge. Help him round back to the pits. Good lad, Hyperio. Dangly Balls coming in 8th. APA 3 9th. NGR 13th, 10th, and Purcell in. And there's your standings, people. So again, congratulations to Potter McPot. Jambu, well done for your second place. You fought well. So again, this is the NGR versus MRC, team versus team, GR3 Pro League. This series is set up by NGR, but it is sponsored by David Appleby Engineering, who've kindly offered 2 tickets to the British GT race at Brands with garage access, so thank you to them. That's about it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There will be another race same time next week. Next week's race is the Red Bull Ring, and that's a 50-minute enduro. So there should be a quarter of an hour quali for that, and then a 50-minute race. Come and check it out, same time, same place. Thank you for watching. My name's darksmoka. I'm out of here.